Good day, everyone. Welcome to another epic episode. Welcome to Newsalu G. So one of the stories that we have is that Lieutenant General Sibiya loses his court bid for him to be reinstated to his job. And this came as a blow now. This just damaged him, because it means that any investigations that will be done by the police, he will not be involved in any way. He'll be at home watching TV. So what is happening? So the Pretoria High Court has just give General Sibiya the biggest blow ever. I want us to talk about that today, and I want us to talk about the developments of the Madlanga Commission, because it was so very funny to hear Advocate Matthew Chaskalson, evidence leader, says that the Madlanga Commission findings are not binding and it can only make recommendations to the president. He adds that the function of the body is to conduct public hearings for this purpose. Then I was like, what?
The question was, are our findings binding? And there the law is clear, our findings are not binding. All that we can do is make a recommendation to the president. Our recommendation doesn't bind the president, it doesn't bind the people in respect of whom we make those recommendations or make those findings. So essentially the function of this body is to conduct a public hearing for the purposes of making recommendations to the president. We can't make we don't make findings that are binding. The president, we hope, will act on recommendations that are made, but our recommendations are not binding on the president or indeed on anybody else.
Seriously? Are you saying that we are going to spend 148 million from tax for just gossip, hearsays, and not implementing some actions? So what is the mission of this commission if they will be just giving recommendations, suggestions, advice? So this commission is about just a mere advice. 148 million gone just to advise who? You'll be shocked. You know the answer. President Cyril Ramaphosa will be advised, and the expense of that advice, the outcome, the recommendation will say that they've spent 148 million. And now it is so very clear, because the end of this movie, before it takes place, before any action is taken, the developments, the witnesses, the processes, everything coming together, the judges sitting together, discussing and concluding on saying that these are the recommendations given to the president. We know what is the end of this movie, because it has happened in the time past before. Same approach, same findings, but there was no action. Same approach. Zondo said that he will give this mere advice to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Same findings. It was about corruption. So the moral of this Madlanga Commission of Inquiry is about corruption. So corruption will be discovered, and President Cyril Ramaphosa will be given. Where is Zondo Commission? I heard a rumor. I think maybe it is somewhere there in Little House. Somewhere there on the basement. It is dusty now. All the books that Zondo gave to President Cyril Ramaphosa. Then are you telling me that now, knowing that history, knowing that conduct of President Cyril Ramaphosa, are you saying that this mere advice will be just landed back to him like that, and knowing that he will not take any action? We know how this script will unfold, how this movie is going to end, that there will be no action coming from the side of the president. Very interesting, because now when you go to General Sibiya, his now legal team argued with the Pretoria High Court. 3 judges now were present to just decide on this case, and they argued to say that no, it doesn't need now to be suspended or to be put aside, because he'll be going to the Madlanga Commission. Then I ask myself, why all of a sudden all the criminals, they want to go there? Why are they not scared? Why are they not fearing the Madlanga Commission? Or do they know something? You know what they know? Because they know that this movie will just end in the mid-air. There will be no action coming from the side of the person whom now all these findings will be submitted to, which is President Cyril Ramaphosa. The man of no action. We know that we as South Africans, so this commission already, it is a joke. It is a joke. Sorry to say this, but it is just a joker. It's a joke. Let's start here. Gauteng High Court in Pretoria dismissed the Deputy National Police Commissioner for Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya's bid to return to work. Seems like his holidays are not over soon. This comes after the National Police Commissioner, General Fannie Masemola, ordered Sibiya to stay at home pending on an investigation. This comes after Sibiya was placed at the center of allegations of corruption and misconduct within the South African police by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Madlanga Commission. Appearing in court last week, Sibiya said that the process followed by Masemola to suspend him were unlawful, and that General Sibiya's application was in two parts. So one part was that the decision needs to be revoked, of saying that he must be the stay at home order be invalidated. And the second one was that the disciplinary action, the process against him, be dismissed. Masemola said that Sibiya defied the order of instruction by his seniors. The court then said that Masemola's decision was a bit rational, but they also said they disagree with the decision that was made by Shadrack Sibiya's counsel, and the High Court ruled in favor of Masemola, saying that he made the correct decision, so it might just continue as it was. There's an option for him to appeal, but remember, this was a panel of just 3 judges that was involved. And as you lose these court cases, it is costly. You need now to pay the legal fees and everything that is involved there. Another argument that his representative had made was that he's still to appear before the Madlanga Commission. Then that now starts the problem there. That's why when I started, I say that now seems like all the criminals want now to go via the Madlanga way. Why? It's because we all know the outcome. We all know the end of this movie, on how is it going to end. It will end with no arrest. It will end with some people who will be accused getting promoted. You know, this is the same thing that the former Chief Justice Raymond Zondo was crying sigh about, to say that President Cyril Ramaphosa gave, even promoted some of the ministers who were now part of, who were leveled corruption at the Zondo Commission, but they were promoted to be ministers, to be mayors, to be in the highest office of being the minister. So a lot of things have been happening, and you know that this Madlanga Commission, no shame, no, they are taking us for fools. They are taking us for fools, seriously. This is just a joke. You'll spend 148 million for what? For nothing. A gossip that will just lend itself, the outcome of it there in the archives of Little House. This is a joke. This is a joke. But one thing interesting that I was just thinking about is that now the investigations, the real investigations from the police side, will be happening without any involvement of Shadrack Sibiya, because he'll be there at home. And things can either turn south or turn to be good for him. But now the way he is fighting to be put back there, it means that now he wants to be so rational and to go there and protect something. And unfortunately, as he is out, sure, now things are left in the open. The worst can happen. If only President Cyril Ramaphosa can implement If himself is not tainted by this, he's clean from this thing. If he can implement, definitely, General Shadrack Sibiya is going down. Not only him, there are also others who are involved, right? And I know that these days, Fannie Masemola is appearing to be a hero because these days he's doing his job. Yes, I agree, but we'll talk about it on the other video that I will make, that he was involved on Phala Phala cover-up. When President Cyril Ramaphosa sent police to chase now this criminal outside South Africa, the person who was doing that job was the National Commissioner, Fannie Masemola. So they know that somehow they link with President Cyril Ramaphosa in other corruption scandals. No one is clean until you put that in your head, that whether it's politicians, it's police, no one is clean. Until you register that, then you'll understand how this criminal network will be protected, and we'll just not see the outcome of this. It will not yield any good results. This thing will just die down, and we South Africans probably they are hoping that we'll forget about this. Like what happened with the Zondo Commission will be the outcome. Keep this video as the record. After 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, take this video and watch it again. Then you and I will be talking then. Please don't forget, you can support us. Remember, it is free of charge. You can press the subscriber button and you won't pay anything, and you'll be supporting this channel so that every time we post any video, you'll be getting some latest updates.